so you never miss an episode. Welcome to Blue Clouds TV, your number one source for soccer news. Stay up to date with matches, transfers, Chelsea news, and the latest football topics. Be sure to like the video and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Welcome to Blue Clouds TV, your number one source for soccer news. Stay up to date with matches, transfers, Chelsea news, and the latest football topics. Be sure to like the video and subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Blue Clouds TV. It's flight number 124 airborne. As usual, welcome on board. It's Thursday over here in the morning. It's still very early, a little bit early, 11:03 a.m. here in the United States, Michigan to be precise. And then we all know what really happened yesterday. If you did not know, that's why we're here. We're here to talk to you about it. As champions league holders, Chelsea finished as Group H runners up after conceded a stoppage time equalizer in a 3-3 draw at Zenit St Petersburg. The result left Chelsea second on 13 points from 6 games, 2 behind group winners, or second behind group winners Juventus, who leapt into pole position thanks to a 1-0 home win over Sweden side Malmo. So yeah, it's been a very difficult week. I wouldn't say just a week. I would say weeks for Chelsea Football Club. We've been hit very well. The way we've been hit is just like when the coronavirus hit, the pandemic hit lots of countries. Chelsea has been hit with the second fiddle of the coronavirus, which is injuries in the camp. Just yesterday, there was a warm-up. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Ruben also found himself in the injury list. We don't know how long he's going to be out from the team. We're not so sure how severe or how serious that injury is. But then there's so many repetition There's so many things that has happened. You know, within just in the space of 4 games, Chelsea have conceded 8 goals, which is unprecedented. A team that has been hailed high as the best defense in European football. We still stay on top as the best defense in European football. But then within just 8 games run, we're able to concede that number of goals is very, very unprecedented. I can't really swallow saliva around it. I can. It's very difficult for me to take that as some statistics or some history going again. We could not also repeat what we did in 2000 and was it 2001, 2002 as winning all our group stages games. I'm not so sure about that year, but then in 2010, if I should be right. But then it's been very, very difficult. Yesterday we saw many, many players that have been playing with each other. It doesn't mean when you have a training section with professional players, it means that when you put the 11 players together on a match day, like we saw at Zenit St Petersburg, there were so many factors that were going against the players. So many things. One could be injury. Another one could be the temperature, the 0 degrees temperature, and also depleted side. Also now starting to chill, and then also there were so many things that I would like to say. Tuchel himself did not take this game very serious. From what the articles and for what I read and listened from him himself, you could tell that he really doesn't care who stays on top of that league on that group stage. He doesn't. He said he did not really care. The reason why he did not really care is that he said if he's not gonna meet any of these English side in the knockout stage, so why would he really risk his injury players? He's better off to rest some of these players and bring them back in late. In our subsequent game coming up. So yeah, this is something that I think our guys over here, which is Fair Boy. I'm joined here by Fair Boy Steven. We're gonna sit down and analyze all this. Is it really a good thing for Chelsea for the team? Whatever Tuchel, how serious Tuchel took this team, and is it gonna really affect the morale and the confidence of the of I mean on our upcoming games against Leeds and even other subsequent games. So here we are. We have Steven here and then Fairboy. We see. What's up, guys? What do you guys? How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing?
All right.
Can you hear me? Well, anyway, it looks like Chris is having technical difficulties, but I'm gonna start with Steven. Steven, you watched the game. You watched the game very well yesterday. Did you really see any seriousness coming out from Thomas Tuchel? His demeanor on the bench and then the whole outplay. What do you think of what Thomas Tuchel thought of the game yesterday?
I mean, have you seen what his comments are after the game? I think I read one out yesterday, but I can't. I don't know if you remember it or if I definitely did read it out. Basically, he said that for whatever reason, like the way we play and the mentality and attitude of the players seems to change when we take the lead, and that needs to be sorted out. And he's not wrong. You can see that as a fan watching on
Yeah,
TV or in the stadium. You can see that all of a sudden they go, "Oh, we've got to go. Relax." No, don't relax. Keep going. Get as
keep going.
many as you can get.
That's right.
But yeah, I know this is a review about this game, but I'm just seeing there's some news through Leeds United about this weekend. They're missing 5 players.
Well, we had the same problem earlier on concerning the number of players that West Ham United were missing. If you remember, I think these things are all just
Yeah,
mind
no,
game.
but what? No, no, no. But apparently they've all been completely ruled out, and it's Liam Cooper, Calvin Phillips, Bamford, and Rodrigo.
But Bamford just returned. Patrick Bamford just returned.
This is by Leeds themselves. So unless he's got injured again.
Okay. But we'll get into that probably tomorrow. Look ahead
Hello,
game
guys. Can
tomorrow.
you now hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay, great.
Well, good to have you back, Chrissy. Yeah, I was like, how are you doing today?
Oh yeah, I'm doing well.
Good.
Other than last night,
It's all right.
I'm doing well.
It's just a hangover. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. We were just talking about the whole demeanor of Thomas Tuchel on the bench yesterday. If I have to, let me repeat myself to you before I get back to you your answer or your submissions on this specific topic. I really want to entitle the show, if is Chelsea really in the panic mode? Do we press the button? What do we do? That's how I title it. But then I don't think we're in the panic mode. Steven was trying to explain the way Thomas Tuchel saw the game yesterday, and his explanation after or his press release after the game yesterday, which I don't know if Steven would like to repeat himself again.
Yeah, so essentially he said that like the attitude and stuff of the players changes once we take the lead in these games. Yeah, that's essentially what it was. He came out and said that like it basically needs to be sorted because the players, their attitude and like all this sort of stuff changes once we took the lead. And I said it's almost like you can see it on TV, or if you're in a stadium for games like I am, like you can see it. It's like so clear. Like it's almost like they get a goal and they're like, "Oh, we can relax now because we've scored."
Yeah.
Well, it's a stupid idea because obviously you can't relax. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. You cannot relax until you're done. You can hear the last whistle from the referee before you can have a breathe out. Yeah, but taking reading this from Thomas Tuchel, whom he said that he did not really take the he's not really worried. It was a question answer. I mean, a question from a journalist who it was being asked: is he really worried about being on top of the group stage and on top of the group? And then he said no, he's not really worried about it. The only advantage for him, or the only good thing about it, is he's not going to face the English side in the knockout stage. So it looks like that could play rules to one of the reasons why he rested Rudiger and all those players that are fit and try to play these players, Malonsai and then the Christensens and Aspilicueta as a back four. We even play back four. We didn't even play back three.
No, we played back five. We played back five. Back
So
three.
that means a back three.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no, but what you're saying, I disagree because you always want to win every game as a manager. I think what he was doing with that was saying, if we win, great, we top the group. But if we don't win, then at least we're through. Like you take what you're given, and if we go through, and we take it, and we try to do better in the games coming up, and we deal with the situation that's like the cards that are dealt, like who we get. Like you can't do much about it essentially because everyone has off days. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think it was more him saying, "We're through." Ideally, he would have wanted to win. We all know you obviously want to win every game, but I think it was a case of him basically saying, "Well, we're through, so we're going to have a place like somebody who's like potentially a big team regardless, because some of the big teams, when you look at it, some of the big teams finish second.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a case of, okay, the top teams, all the other English teams finish top. So it just, all that does by us finishing second, it narrows down the amount of opponents we can have. That's all it's done. Okay, one of them's Bayern Munich. Not great. The rest of them, I don't have a problem. Like, I feel like if we get through, we're going to play Bayern eventually if we don't get them in the round of 16.
Yeah.
But my
Yes,
argument about Bayern is if we have, like, on our day, we can beat them. We've seen how we can play against certain teams, like, under Tuchel already that are deemed big teams, and we can grind out results, yeah?
Yeah.
But my argument is But if we get by them, we get them. But I would rather we have one of the easier, so to speak, because there's no easy games in the Champions League. You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, any out of these teams is easier than Bayern because Real Madrid finished top, but they're still in their rebuild, and we beat them last year.
Right. We can still meet them again.
My theory is you take one of the teams that isn't Bayern, and then you can get through that, and you sort of build up momentum and confidence in the team, and you have your players back again, and then you can make a push.
Well, it also didn't help playing GR5 with Ruben Loftus-Cheek as a pair with playing these players, and then one has to go out and one has to come in, and it's always very, very difficult playing players that haven't played together. I know it's a gamble. We all know it's a gamble from Thomas Tuchel.
Mhm.
What do you think, Fairboy? What do you think? The outcome of the game.
Well,
How did it really affect you? The 3-3. Is it a bad result for you? Do you see a bad result?
you know, how we even drew 3-3 was funny. It wasn't that the team that we played against were extremely good. As I said before we came live, we were not extremely good. It was just mistakes. And that is why I am scared about something.
But I'm not Fairboy, I'm not gonna cut you off. I feel very bad that you're taking the credit away from Zenit St Petersburg on that night. They were very good. They forced Chelsea to make mistakes. I know you know your football, but then before a team can commit so much blunder and make so much mistake, the opposition team has to put so much pressure on you, and that's exactly what Zenit did last night. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong or right.
Yes, they did well.
Okay.
I'll credit them for that. But I'm saying that, yes, even though they did well, but they were not exceptionally good to be conceding goals like this against them. And I wish I have photos which I could show you that shows that it wasn't because they carved us open because we were extremely good, but it's because we're too open. We're too open and we were not able to keep things tight. That is why they keep scoring us time and time and again. And I'm saying there's something I'm afraid. If Mendy leaves for the AFCON and Kepa comes to keep the goal for us, per what we just see last night, I'm just afraid. Not the last goal that he wasn't able to catch, but the general gameplay of our team. Whenever Kepa is in our team struggles to be compact. And I can give you some examples prior to our games. You remember the games against Aston Villa and which team was that? Aston Villa. We played the two teams twice in the league and in the Carabao. Okay, let me use the Aston Villa game.
Okay. We
beat Aston Villa by 3-0. We were very, very compact. Even though Saul was making mistakes, lots of mistakes, we still tried our best to keep Aston Villa from scoring us. But watch what happened when Mendy wasn't in the in goal against Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah,
we conceded that game. That game we conceded. So I feel that if Mendy leaves, say for the AFCON, and we have difficult matches to play, we will be in trouble. He fails to communicate with the back line. He lacks that leadership quality. Yeah. And that is what we would miss from Mendy. I'm saying that the game, even though we didn't have our first team, we could have managed to win the game. The game, we could have won it. It was just simple tweaks and other things. We could have won it, you see. So the last night's game, the way we considered the goals were just comical. There was a sequence there were sequences in the game that I wish I had a photo to display it to you. Like you would understand what I mean. Look at our first goal, for instance. The ball comes in, they headed the ball away. So what happened was the Zenit players who had already advanced to try to score were already offside. Now there was one player who was, I think, at the edge of the box. Then he just ran from the edge of the box, kept going, and no one was tracking him. They were all caught ball watching. Okay. Another instance. You see the chance that we conceded that Kepa saved.
Yeah.
You remember the secret
The one-on-one?
The one with his leg, innit?
Exactly. You see the space that was left around the SARS area, and you see that the sides of the passing lane, the midfield and the defense were not compact at all. Even if they were compact, it would have forced the player to go long. Perhaps we could have intercepted. But look at how disjointed our team was. We were just so open. Okay?
Yeah.
Then look at our third goal. Our third goal. The Zenit player knocks the ball. They head the ball back. There was no one around the 18-yard box to at least put pressure on the person come to shoot. So, Nizion.
Yeah,
Did you say that it was because of the effort of the Zenit players or the Zenit team, or it was because of our many errors we did?
Well,
you understand? This
both.
It's both. In football, you cannot take that away from you. You cannot take that away. It's also the pressure from the opposition team that forces you to make those blunders. And also, I'm just also gonna give the only credit that I'll give our team is we're playing with so many injuries, and Thomas Tuchel knows this is the season. Boxing Day is very close. The games are coming thick and fast. We've already seen them happening already. 3 games in the week. That is I mean, that is something that everybody don't really like in the Premier League. All coaches have always been crying about it, but then we know it. We know what it is. The Boxing Day season, how the games, and we should know. That is why Thomas Tuchel is trying to play his way. He's trying to play his way out, so he doesn't put too much pressure on the fit players. Also, give them time to rest. I know. To be honest with you, I don't see this game to be very important to us. Forget about where we are. At the end of the day, we've qualified. We've already qualified. So that is the reason why I think Thomas Tuchel did not really care about that game that much. He intended to go with his players, and whatever happened. If they lose, we're still gonna qualify. If we win, we're still gonna qualify. But then it gives some kind of a rest to players like Mendy, who has got mental fatigue, and also Rudiger, who's been playing all the time, and we can see that he's been making some mistakes over time sometimes. I mean, our last games that we played, Rudiger is really committing defensive blunder. So this is also giving some challenge to some of our young players to adapt and then get themselves their body back again. So I don't really, I was a bit upset yesterday, but then at the end of the day, we qualify, and the players that are on our way that we can face, I don't even think we can face Bayern Munich. I don't even think we're gonna face Bayern Munich. So I want nerves.
Then you're saying you don't think we're gonna draw them, or you don't think we can beat them?
No, I don't think we're gonna draw Bayern Munich. I don't think we're gonna draw Bayern Munich. There are too many teams in there that we can draw against that Bayern Munich at this early stage.
We can get 4. They can get. I think it is basically every single team, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I know what our luck's like. We got. I remember, what was it? It was like 3-4 years ago, yeah, around that time. We went on a run. We got PSG, I think, consecutive years, and then we got Barcelona.
Yeah.
I know how these draws work. We don't have much luck a lot of the time. That's the only thing I'm saying on the draw.
I'm not really worried. Let's get the big guys come in. That's when you're gonna see Chelsea at its best. That's how Chelsea he likes to play big teams, and you see. But most of the time, I've also said this: the time that we look so favorite going into a game, we don't end up winning. If we look too favorite, just like Manchester United, I've told you guys, when we look so favorite going into a very specific game, we don't end up winning, or we don't even play well because of complacency. Complacency always sets into the team. I don't know where that's always coming from. So we will be fine. We will be very fine.
Nizion.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, Nizion. I think the reason why it's at times when we go to games as favorites, I think it's not just complacency. I've already alluded to the fact that our team is very young. They are kids. So sometimes they crumble under pressure. That's how it is. They are kids. Okay, so sometimes we could understand why. But on the point saying that, on this point where you were making, that since this game wasn't extremely important,
Yeah,
I think Thomas Tuchel wouldn't have been worried about the results. Of course, for now, we wouldn't be worried about the results. But how the team plays without our first team members would have lots of implication for us in the future, because this is not the first time we're playing that poorly when we make some changes with our teams. Okay, with our team. This is not the first time.
right.
So I think that the players need to be in sync now. They should stop playing the way they are. When the first team members are not around, they should be really, really organized. I think Thomas Tuchel needs to put responsibility on certain players on the pitch, certain important areas. There should be leaders over there, even if our first team team isn't around. This, I should say, our second team should have leaders who will tell the players what to do and where to be, so that our team will be organized. Or else, if teams realize that when our first team players are not around, our team struggles, then they could put it even at the back of their mind to even injure, so to speak, injure some of our important players, so that the next time we face them, we will struggle against them. So I think he should sort those things out. Because the way we played, I'm telling you, if we were to play this kind of team against West Ham, we would have considered 8 goals against them. This team against Liverpool, we would have considered 5 or 6 goals. You understand?
Yeah.
Wait, so you're
that's
saying we would have
solidity
conceded
or
more
the
against
defensive
West Ham than
organization that,
against Liverpool?
yes, would have considered more than 8 goals. With this the way we played, with the team that we played, would have considered more than 8 goals. So when there are changes, there should be leaders, people who should be responsible for organizing the team. And especially our second choice goalkeeper, Kepa. He needs to talk. He's the one who sees everything around the pitch. The second goal that we conceded, he saw the player behind him. He should have told Christensen, stop cutting the passing lane. Track your man. Wouldn't have considered that goal. That is what we are talking about. Leadership, players who can talk, players who would order players around where they should be standing, where they should not be standing,
Right.
so that our team will be properly organized. We wouldn't be conceding lots of goals. This is reminding me of Frank Lampard. We don't want that Frank Lampard days again. They're in a new era. So all these sort of disorganization and mistakes should be brought to an end. We don't want to see that.
I agree. I agree with you, Stephen. Is there any more you want to add to this?
Not particularly. I mean, yeah, there's not much to say, to be honest. But yeah, Tuchel did confirm after the game that Ruben got injured in the warm-up, by the way. I've just looked it up.
Okay, that's a reason why we didn't see Ruben playing.
Yeah, the plan was to have him come off the bench, I think, but he got injured in the warm-up, so obviously it weren't possible for it to happen.
So yeah, just like I said, it's sometimes it's very 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 unfortunate that these things happen. Now, if let's listen to let's listen to what Thomas Tuchel have to say after the game.
Comments, if you would like a question, please use the raise hand function on Zoom if you'd like a question with Thomas Tuchel, and we'll get round to as many as we can.
I'm not sure. Oh, I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. Can you guys hear?
We can't, no. I don't know if the people on the YouTube video can.
Too bad.
No, we can't. We can't hear it.
I don't know how to do this, but even if I share it, you can still not hear it. Hams Master, where have you been? And we were at Gilmore. Where have you also been? You guys are being a shadow of your own self, man. Come on.
Yeah, we're here. Sorry about that. How are you?
I don't know how many times you're gonna ask me the same question. How am I? I'm well. Hams Master, I'm well. You know I'm well. I'm doing well. I miss you. I don't know where you've been. Where you've been. I was like, where the hell is my master?
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I'm just joking. Anyway. So, what did Fairboy Kwesi? Oh, come on, Fairboy.
Yeah, no, it kept cutting out just before you went live as well.
Okay. I don't know if you guys have your YouTube on. Let's play this real quick and see what Thomas Tweet that. Maybe probably gonna have something different opinion from what he has.
I won't be able to get onto it at the same time at the moment.
Gentleman there with his hand up in the middle.
On
Gentleman there. Thank you.
All right. Then I'll suspend that. I don't know how I can do this next time. I'll work on it and see how I can incorporate the voice coming from the YouTube to the Discord. So I'll try and figure it out. Gilmore said Christensen. It's always on Christensen. Christensen looked like a little little bull beep. Little bull beep who lost her sheep named Malansa and Aspilicueta. Jesus Christ. What? Where's he getting all this from? Where's he getting all this from?
This is literally the first bad game in this season.
This is the worst game. This is the worst game he ever had in his life.
It's literally like the only bad game he's had this season.
Hams also said Christensen is the Danish donut.
Don't encourage him, Hams, for goodness sake.
Yeah. And then he went there. He said Tuchel thought he could replace Silva with Christensen and still get the same discipline and professionalism. What a mistake from
is that Gilmore that said that? Is that
that's Gilmore. That's Gilmore.
Okay. Let me put it to you like this, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's stop all the blame on Christensen, yeah? Because what, he's the only player in the defense? Are you joking? Or am I just really blind?
Probably.
Because to me, everyone in that defense was absolute shit. The exception I'm going to give is Aspi, because at least he tried to get back.
No, he was.
Everyone else was shit. So, yeah, stop putting all the blame on Christensen. It's like the first bad game he's had this season, yeah?
Yeah.
And he weren't the only one. If he was the only one that was terrible, yeah, I'd be like, okay, no, fair play. But he wasn't. It was basically the whole. It wasn't even basically. It was the whole defense.
Apart from the keeper.
Look, I know you've got a little agenda with him, and that's all cute. But it weren't just him. So let's be fair.
Anyways.
He's literally the only guy he ever seems to blame as well.
He said on Sa playing next to Silva and we cut out the mistake. Sa playing next to Silva.
Well,
so it's like the whole blame has to be on Christensen. Even
this is literally what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's all.
Oh, Sa played terrible. Oh, it must be Christensen. What? Where's the correlation? You're forgetting they played together against Brentford.
Ash, I'm surprised.
All right.
Which correlation?
All right, guys, we'll join the discussions behind the scenes. But yeah, I want to say thank you guys for being here. This is stroke reviews, stroke whatever problems that is going on with our club. So this is pretty much something like that. So yeah, thank you for guys being part of it. It's a short one. Just want to keep.
Are we doing the preview tomorrow? Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a preview tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, it will be because Saturday 3:00.
Yeah, I'll definitely message everyone about it. I'll let you guys know when we're going live with the preview tomorrow. So guys, take very good care of yourself.
I'm on my way home.
Okay, take very good care of yourself, Leo Desperandos, as usual. What is Gilmore up and about? It says watch a Kepa reaction to being rounded by Zenit players who scored, having his hands about and asking where the hell is my defense? Or where the hell is my defense? I like the way he wrote the his comments down. It's very hilarious. You know, we all know Gilmer is very hilarious and another interesting guy. So it's okay. It's okay, guys. Let's just calm down. This tempest needs to go down. Uh, uh, it's just a game. Yesterday is gone. Let's move forward. Let's see what we have. Upcoming subsequent games like the Leeds game and all that kind of stuff. Hello, my neighbor. Big up to you. I tried to shout out to you, but YouTube won't let me. Big up to you. I123 love you. I123 love you. Big up to you, my sister. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Big up to you. Right. So yeah, guys. It's all good. Would you guys have anything you want to say before we end? I'm gonna start from my Fairboy. Do you want to help come up with anything before we end the stream, Fairboy? Anything? Any words of encouragement? Words of encouragement for our Leeds game tomorrow. I mean on Saturday. All right, Steven. Anything positive from the game? Anything positive from the game?
Positive is we scored 3. The negative, we conceded 3, but we all knew it weren't our first team. On top of that, let's see what injury news we get tomorrow. And anyone that's new, just
did you hear me?
No, we didn't hear you.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, we can now.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
Yeah, Chrissy, we can hear you now.
You hear me now? Okay.
We can hear you.
So I'm saying that Chelsea fans, I beg you guys, please.
Cut out a bit.
Steven, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, no, obviously we scored 3 whilst conceding 3, but we have to understand that's not our first team. We'll see what we find out related to injuries tomorrow. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe and like the video. And we'll have the preview tomorrow. And I should be live from the stadium. What are we saying? About an hour or so before kickoff?
Yeah, an hour before kickoff. Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you're here for that because you don't get that on any other channel that I've seen on YouTube. So it's unique to this channel.
Right. So guys, let's stay tuned. We'll be the match day vlog is coming back again. So
Oh, and just quickly, there should be one next Thursday as well because I'm going to that. It'll be the first one we've done for a night game as well. So yeah, okay. You've got 2 coming in less than a week.
Absolutely, more live game. I hope Steven is gonna do much more better job. Match day vlog. You guys are gonna enjoy it. So expect that coming up soon, guys. Someone is not leaving me as alone over here. Oh, it's not. As Gilmore said, it's time to panic for the Leeds game if we are to see Christensen and RCB, especially after seeing him playing in the center of the back 3. Doomsday. He said doomsday. And then room I123 love you said a room wasn't built in a day. Let's not be quick to throw Chelsea away. They can do better, but they are all human. Absolutely. And another one from Gilmore. It says, imagine Christensen getting drilled by Dan James.
I love
That's
it.
funny.
What I'm going to say,
Yeah.
is I love the negativity from him right now. Because if Christensen plays really well, he best come ready to try and make a negative comment.
Okay.
Oh God. Ugh.
I think in the next we might, I don't know, we might come back again within couple hours. I think Rudiger devise some opinion. We need to talk about Rudiger also. Maybe we might, or if If we don't, then we don't. If I have a chance, we might come back again for just half an hour, talk about Rudiger, and then bring the stream to an end again. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. Like I said, Hams Master said Hams just wants to wind me up over here. Chelsea just needs to stay switched on when taking having the lead. Okay, they need to. I think he's trying to say they need to manage the game very well when taking the lead or when the game is about to see out. Need to manage, and that has to do with Thomas Tuchel. It's not the players. It's Thomas Tuchel. Need to, because when you're on the pitch, you can't really see. Thomas Tuchel is the one who has to direct it.
It's not completely on him, though. It's not completely on him. Like, we had possession yesterday, yeah. We then won a free kick, and then we could have just passed it backwards and passed it around the defense, and then waited till they came out and then pushed forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's not on Tuchel. The players are on the pitch. They can
all
take
done.
responsibility for that. Because I'm sure, like, you know what I mean? Tuchel's not stupid. He would have said, we need to kill some time if we're going this game by the balance of the game so far.
Okay. I agree. I mean, it's all both hands, you know. Tuchel is part of it. Players are all part of it. So yeah. Everyone. We need to work things out. We need to do something much more better than what we're doing. Well. Alright. So here we're gonna end the stream, guys. They're the Esperantos as usual. I'm going to hope. Come on, chills. See you guys in the next stream. Don't forget, bottom left corner, subscribe, keep your bell notification icon active so anytime I upload a video, you won't miss any from me. Catch you again.